What is up, you guys? It is Brad here, and today we are reviewing another 2023 LEGO Christmas set. This one is set number 40603, the Wintertime Carriage Ride. This was recently available as a gift with purchase beginning December 1st, 2023. It has 153 LEGO pieces, 3 LEGO minifigures, and is 9 plus, containing a carriage as well as a horse. So let's check it out. Alright, so taking a look at the set here, as I mentioned, it does come with 3 LEGO minifigures and, of course, the LEGO Carriage. Taking a peek at the carriage first, I'm really excited about this one because I think LEGO did a pretty good job. We've seen them do other carriages in the past, especially for the seasonal sets, but this one is a little bit different and I think is honestly one of my favorite models. So for starters, it does come with one little horse here. I actually will say my first and only complaint about this set is I think the carriage itself is a little big for the horse. The horse is very, very tiny and the carriage just like towers over it. They should have either made the carriage a little bit smaller or even maybe just added 2 horses or something like that to make it look a little bit more realistic. Even with the box art, they made it look like the horse is a roughly the same size as the carriage, which clearly here is not the case. Anyway, the build for the set was interesting because the carriage was actually broken into 2 parts. So bag number 1, you actually built the horse and this little stand here, and then bag number 2 actually built the carriage. So of course, the horse can separate from the carriage here, and it did actually come with an extra brick, so you can put it in and have a full complete horse in the same color. I love this color of the horse here because it is like the dark flesh color, and it just looks really cool, and I think this might be one of the first LEGO horses I have in this color. As I mentioned, of course, the horse does go back here into the carriage, and it sits there successfully. I like how they maneuver this into 2 different parts because it actually allows the carriage to spin around, so you can drive it and turn it easier. It's not just one bulky, unrealistic build that can really only go straight and have no curves or anything like that. So at the front of the carriage here, this is a seat where I don't remember what he's called, but the carriage rider, I guess you would say, would sit up here. He's got his carrot here, like you guys will see in a minute there, and he can just sit at the front. And then at the back here, we've actually got 2 seats for the LEGO minifigures to sit in, so they can just sit in there quite nicely. And I'll add the female minifigure in here so you guys can just see what she kind of looks like, but then the male will go right there and sit next to it. I like the carriage because it uses a mixture of the dark red, the black, and the gold, which I just think are all really sharp and really rich colors for a good use, good color model use of the set, because it will look really cool. Of course, we've got the 2 lampposts here, which just add to the ambiance of this little fancy carriage ride and everything like that to make it look like a really premium experience for the winter. Of course, minifigures can step down here. Like I said here, the carriage is really tall, so this is what it's looking like with a minifigure next to it. I really like the wheels that are used for this carriage as well. They are using like the pearl gold color, so that we've got a really large wheel at the back, which I love because it's got a lot of detail and everything. It looks really fancy. And then we've got the regular wagon wheel at the front. Again, this is one of the first times I personally think I've seen it in this pearl gold color, which is pretty neat, but overall looks really good. As I mentioned, I love the color scheme on this set. I think LEGO did a great job. And then actually at the back of the carriage here, we do have a little chest here that actually can, be easily removed and opened up. Nothing comes in the chest or anything like that, but I love it because it is the standard treasure chest base that we've seen in many other LEGO sets. But again, this is one of the first times I've actually seen this newer piece up at the top here that is like not the treasure chest, but more of just a trunk, which looks really cool. I could see this one being used in a lot of sets. Obviously, it had the rounded top. It would look like a treasure chest, but this isn't a treasure chest set. This is a Christmas one. So I think that's a really cool piece. Nothing in that or anything like that, probably where the carrot is meant to go. But then, of course, it can easily just fit here on the back, and it looks great. We've got a couple use of some plant pieces up here as well with some red leaves, which I think look really good. And here's just an overview of the set as well. Maybe you guys already noticed, or maybe if you rewatch the intro of this video, you would notice that I actually had the wrong faces on the 2 passengers of the minifigures. When I was setting them up here, I was like, why does the guy look like a girl and the girl look like a guy? And then I realized I had made a mistake, but all is corrected now. As I mentioned, it does come with these 3 LEGO minifigures here. It comes with the driver of the carriage as well as 2 passengers, a male and a female. Each of the passengers here have these really cool red scarves on, which I really like. I think these are great LEGO pieces and a lot more detailed than the previous scarves LEGO used to use. Underneath the scarves, they do have incredibly detailed torsos as well, which are a little bit newer, and I like the sweater vest and the outdoor attire that they have on. The girl here has these teal pants on, and the guy here has these dark blue pants on. Each one comes with a hairpiece and, of course, the correct headpiece now. And the girl has some back printing on her LEGO minifigure, however, the guy does not. You can see the 3rd minifigure here is, of course, the carriage driver. He is a much older gentleman looking very professional, comes with the standard uniform, the tuxedo that you'd wear and expect from like a Central Park carriage ride. He's really cool there with even a pocket watch. He's got a top hat on, a nice dark blue suit overall, which is a really nice ambiance, and of course he is holding a carrot, which I'm assuming he's going to be feeding to the horse. He does have a little bit of back printing here, however, it is nothing too special and is easily missed because it's very dark on top of that dark torso. For the most part, this set has about 150 pieces, which is pretty cool, but I do think they use the pieces effectively. Like the carriage here is pretty basic. There's not a lot going on with it, but at the same time, it does get the job done. This is obviously not a play feature set, despite being ages 9+. This is more more of just like a look and display on the shelf set. However, if you were 9 plus or you did want to add this, maybe in your city or something like that, it might be a little bit at a scale for cars or things like that, but it would still be a fun set to play with around the Christmas season. It does come with enough LEGO minifigures to give it a good look and a good feel, and of course, it's actually a nice enough carriage. LEGO's done many carriages in the past, which some of them just seem very brick built and very blocky. They use way less pieces and everything like that, and just don't look as good as this one. This one, even though it uses more pieces than other carriages, but a lot of less pieces than recent gift with purchases, I'd still say this one's a pretty cool model. I've kind of cropped over a lot of LEGO's recent gift with purchases just because I think they are not the best and I think they could be doing better as much as I still buy them all. However, this one is one that I'm not going to crop all over because I'm actually pretty excited about it and I do like it. I think it's a pretty good set. I think it uses, the appropriate amount of pieces given that it is a little bit smaller. I just don't see where they could have included more, and I just think they gave it a nice red look. Other than the carriage being a little too large in my opinion, this is overall a really good model. Alright you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today to review set number 40603 with me. This is the Wintertime Carriage Ride, a really great gift with purchase in my opinion for the 2023 Christmas time. Really excited to get this one as a freebie, and despite only having 153 pieces, which realistically is a little bit smaller for some of the gift with purchases, especially given the threshold for this set, I still think it looks like a full complete set, and even though they did it with less pieces, I am happy with the pieces that they chose, and I don't think they sacrificed this model. Even if they would have included, say, 50 more pieces in this set, I'm not entirely sure where those pieces would have gone because I am happy with the model, and I think they did an overall great job, so no bad things to say about this gift with purchase. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all here in the next one.